Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? It is Thursday. I'm live. So it's Thursday live. Must be. Gotta be. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna kick back. Wait for y'all to pull up. There he is. There they are. Excuse me. Theo, what's up, my dude? And Groovy's in the building. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I have learned to like Pero. Pero's pretty freaking good, and it doesn't have all of the stuff that some drinks have in them. It's not Pero. My wife said it ain't Pero. Okay, I thought it was Pero. Okay, must be straight coffee. Watching the game. I watched a couple of games today. Actually, I watched Rutgers beat Miami. Rutgers was 6-6. Yeah, I guess the Canes ain't what they used to be back in the 90s when everybody was buying their starter jackets. I don't know how you drink that stuff. Okay. The same way people drink coffee and tea and everything else. Oh, you watching NFL. Okay. Hey, Flacco been doing his thing. I am not mad at Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco been slanging since they put him in. He like, man, I might not get another chance. So I'm a ball out. So I ain't mad at Mr. Flacco. Come on, yo. Greetings and salutations, brother. Few of y'all in here. I got some fun talking points. Well, not fun. Let's say engaging. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing? Everybody showing up. Usual suspects. I'm having fun. I ain't having fun yet, but I'm about to have fun. Okay. All right. Oh, we almost okay, y'all got the double digits real quick. Okay. Ooh, somebody left. That's all right. While y'all in there, go ahead and hit the like this vid. I wanted to trend. Did some fun stuff today. I linked up with Pam Entertainment. And I watched her video on Recast T'Challa and how stuff is popular that shouldn't be popular because didn't nobody ask for it. I think that's a trip. When people give you stuff that you don't ask for, usually that's supposed to be a gift. And it's supposed to be pleasant. And it's supposed to be something that you know I'll like if you give me a gift. Makes sense? You ain't gonna give me no Batman action figure if you know I don't like Batman. You know what I'm saying? So why are they gifting us things like Ironheart? Why are they gifting us things like Echo? Why, you know what I'm saying? Just some food for thought. Why are you thinking? Or as my man E40 say, I thought you thought. Paul Martin in the building. All right, Paul Martin in the building. Okay, everybody in the building. Well, not everybody, but mostly everybody. Grand Madam has. I'll let everybody see it. Grand Madam has arrived to class up the joint. Okay, I'll go with that. She's classy. She's classy. She also has I get some serious go outside and get me something to whoop your ass with vibes from her too. You ever did that, Grand Madam? You ever did that? Tell your baby go outside and get you something to whoop her with. What's crack a lacking? Did my man say crack a lacking? Yes, he did. He said crack a lacking. So that's how it's spelled. I'd have used a little bit of broken English, but crack a lacking, instead of crack a lacking. That sounds a little more refined than it should. What's crack a lacking, homie? Yeah. I thought so. Oh my goodness. Yes, she does. Kamoyo agrees. All righty. All right. Baker's dozen. Let's go. Sound like a plan. We gotta talk about this, y'all. We have to talk about this because I did video last night. And I'm finding, like, when you do a video and it doesn't get a lot of watches or it doesn't get a lot of likes real quick, at least with me, give it a couple days, because I'll come back in a couple of days and videos I thought wasn't going to get no traction, be having like hundreds of views. And I'm like, damn, wow, y'all watch that? No, the ones that I want to be watched most are my comic reviews and my action figure reviews, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people care for them. Is there anything I could do to jazz them, spruce them up, make them more enticing? Because I got a whole bunch of Harriet Tubman, I got a whole bunch of Blade, and a whole bunch of Black Panther, not to mention Avengers that I want to do with Theo. So, y'all. So maybe should I go live with them? I don't know. StreamYard lends itself very well to going live with comic book, type material. All right. We need some music. So I'm gonna put music on to get the mood moving. And we can get not yet. I say it's just my favorite. What can I say? Drop the volume a bit. Hold on. Y'all ready to get started? Let's get started. I want to talk about this. Superhero fatigue, y'all. And forced hatred. Those are two terms I discussed in a video last night. Superhero fatigue and forced hatred. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I feel like superhero fatigue and forced hatred are things that are being forced on us. You know what I mean? Fatigue, superhero fatigue. No. How long have we waited for the dawn of the superhero movie era? Just the people sitting in this chat. How long have we been waiting to see a cluster, a plethora, a steady string of superhero movies? They were trying to do it in the 90s, but they focused too much on Batman. There were no less than 5 Batman movies in the 90s. 4, 5, something like that. Well, technically, the first Keaton Batman movie came out in 89, and then Returns was 92, and then you had Forever, and then Batman and Robin. So yeah, DC didn't think they could make no other movie besides Batman movies. I don't get that. What we talking about? Oh, Keita pulled up. Hey, Keita. Jay, what's good, man? Jay, you be watching my action figure videos? Talk to me. Anyway, I'm right here. I'm with Groovy. There's no such thing as superhero fatigue. Okay? Because if there were superhero fatigue, we'd have got tired of it in the 90s with Batman. If there were superhero fatigue, we'd have got tired of it in the 2000s with Spider-Man and X-Men. 3 Spider-Man movies, 4 X-Men movies in the 2000s, 5 X-Men movies in the 2000s. Fatigue? No. And just like I said in my video, there's no such thing as horror movie fatigue. There's no such thing as rom-com fatigue. There's no such thing as science fiction fatigue. So why is it superhero fatigue? No, there's not superhero fatigue. There's fatigue of the some bitches that's making superhero movies, aka Marvel Studios and Warner Brothers / DC. No, we fatigued with they trash ass movies. That's what that is. But we come up with this term superhero fatigue to make people believe, oh, we're tired of superhero movies. Don't make no more. You know what I'm saying? That part. Social engineering. If that ain't social engineering, I don't know what is. Superhero fatigue my ass. If you ain't had enough, you know what I'm saying, and your quality fell off in 2018. Okay, you saturated the market with terrible shit. How come there was no superhero fatigue from 2008 to 2017? And that's a longer period of time, mind you. How come we wasn't fatigued then? Yeah. Social engineering like a mug, right? I agree 150 trillion%. We not tired of superhero movies. I'm not tired of superhero movies. I can watch a superhero movie every night if it's good. And I don't care what you say. Catwoman was a poorly executed movie. With Halle Berry, yeah, that was a poorly executed movie. To me, Catwoman, I don't know why all of a sudden Catwoman just popped in my head, but it's a good example of a movie that couldn't make up its mind whether or not it wanted to be rooted in the world of the realistic or in fantasy. Because I don't give a damn who you are. You ain't jumping from rooftop to rooftop in those stilettos. That's first. You ain't jumping off one rooftop in those stilettos. You're either going to break the stiletto or you're going to break your ankle. So, yeah, don't. What you say, Grand Madam? Don't tell anybody, but I'm suffering from tarot reading fatigue. That part right there. Been watching superhero flicks since 78. Okay. Now, for a while, I thought like the Western movie had been phased out because they weren't making a lot of them. But they just weren't making good Westerns. You know what I'm saying? Make the movie good and I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Unpopular opinion. I actually liked the remake of True Grit in 2010. Yeah, okay. So I'm on an island. But I thought, I mean, all he did was ape John Wayne, but I mean, it was a cool movie to me. So I don't feel like I'm not fatigued. You know what I'm saying? And watching movies, stuff like Appaloosa and 310 to Yuma and the Magnificent Seven remake, I wasn't fatigued. You're fatigued, but you was not hearing that term, Gray. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody saying superhero fatigue. It's just like you said in your earlier statement. Superhero fatigue is some socially engineered shit to get people to believe something. It's disingenuous to say the source material hasn't sometimes been trashed, but they too often deviate in a stupid way. That part, Mr. Martin, that part right there. I could watch some of this stuff that the MCU and the DCEU is putting out, but they just go so far off the reservation that I am not willing to follow. And I know that's how a lot of other people feel too. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, lost. Okay. What are we talking about? Hard-boiled cop films are gone. Buddy cop films are gone. Westerns been gone. WW2 are gone. I disagree, Gray. I think poorly made movies of those genres. And because towards the end of their runs, because those genres were done poorly, everybody else is kind of reluctant to step back into that arena. But every now and then, like I said, you'll get a Western movie that's worth watching. A Western TV show that's worth watching. They ain't gone, but they aren't blockbusters either. You can find a Western movie to watch when you want to watch a Western movie. If you really want to watch a Western movie. It might not have nobody you recognize in it. Don't make it a bad Western. Same thing with World War II. So, are we saying we ain't seen a good World War II movie since Saving Private Ryan? Which was 98, by the way. So we ain't seen not one good war movie since Saving Private Ryan. Sometimes, too, movies overlap into more than one genre. And you have to look at it like that also. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was saying to somebody the other day. I don't care what you're talking about. There are movies that are Christmas movies. But they ain't Christmas movies. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Trading Places. Those are all Christmas movies whenever you get finished. They're Christmas movies, but we don't label them as Christmas movies. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing going on. I think one can be a comic diehard and still have characters you have no interest seeing live action versions of. If y'all watch that video that Pam Entertainment put out where she talks about who asked for this, who asks for a lot of this shit. I know ain't nobody I know, nobody in this chat, not a one of you asked for an Echo series. I know you did. Please, somebody in chat right now, if you ask for an Echo series, put your hand up. If you ask for an Echo, you was like, you know what we need to see? You know what's missing from the MCU? Maya. Maya's missing from the MCU. We need to put her in there. I mean, I like the fact that the woman who portrays Echo is in fact actually hearing impaired, actually does have a physical impediment, but she can still move and groove and do her thing. And I like that, but I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask to see it. I didn't ask for them to put it on my radar. No stuff like that. But they just cramming stuff down our throat that they think we want to see or that we need to see. And then when it falls flat on its damn face, what do they say? They say shit like, y'all forced hated it. No, you don't have to force me to hate some shit that I already hated in the first place. So to me, that term makes no sense. Forced hate. I can force you to hate me through my actions or my words. But just pure, unadulterated, hate monger ass hate, and you just start hating? Nah, that only happens in the comic book. You ain't force nobody to hate. You learn to hate. You're taught to hate. The Marvels was not a successful movie because of forced hatred by the fans. Come on, man. At least Aquaman took his failure on the chin. They ain't making no excuses. Well, not yet. They ain't making no excuses. But, and then they talking about, how come y'all ain't talking about Aquaman flopping like you talked about the Marvels flopping? Because when the Marvels flopped, everybody and their mama had an excuse for why it flopped and just didn't go, well, another flop, our bad. I ain't heard nobody over there in the Warner Brothers camp talk about, oh, you guys are the reason Aquaman flopped. I didn't make Aquaman. I didn't put Jason Momoa in the lead as Arthur Curry when he should have been Lobo. That's all y'all. I can tell you to cram Kamala Khan, Carol Danvers, and Monica Rambeau in a random ass way, and then put a trash ass gender swapped villain in there with no personality. That's because of me? Nah. That right there. Give me some Misty and Colleen. Give me Misty and Colleen sword hacking, gun blasting, bionic arm smacking folks all over the place. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm looking at the comments. Ain't nobody asked for no damn Echo. Who asked for Echo? Nobody. But they gave it to us anyway. Just like they gonna cram Ironheart down our throat. Just like they gonna cram a whole bunch of other BS projects that nobody asked for. Black Wonder Man. All that type shit. I'm just like, it's way too much stuff out here for y'all to just be trying to spoon feed BS to us. Why don't you ask us what we want to see? Here's a novel idea. Sony used elements from some of the worst Spidey comic stories. One more day, one moment in time. Yeah. I mean, but low key, I ain't gonna lie, I still want to see Kraven the Hunter. I mean, they pushed it back, but low key, I still want to see it. You know, it looks doable. Put it like that. Punisher, Daredevil, heroes for hire, new warriors. Yeah, what's up with the street level? Hawkeye was your best attempt at street level superheroes? I mean, you Netflix hit it on the head with Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. but we just scrapping that whole entire vibe, all that energy. We ain't fooling with none of that. Nah, she ain't no Misty. She definitely ain't. She's not one that you need to just be giving a whole show to. I don't get that for the life of me, and ain't nobody gonna watch it. I got crowned on Facebook for saying I wanted to see Night Thrasher in the MCU. I still think pause should come after when you say Night Thrasher. It's something about it. I don't know. It's their fans who didn't want to see it. Huh. Oh, you digging the tones, D? Digging the tones? Black Cat and Silver Sable are greater than Echo. Yes, they are. And been around longer, too. So, to me, that's a spit in the face. When you take an established character that's been around for a minute and just hurdle over them and go to a character that ain't been around as long and give them more pub, more time, elevate them, raise them up. How dope would Silver Sable and the Wild Pack be? How dope would it be to add Felicia Hardy into Spider-Man's world and have him, having a little romantical thing going down with her? Not hard. Elements you can add, but choose not to. For what reason again? Yeah, their fan who didn't go to see it. Exactly. There was no hope whatsoever of me or probably most of the people in the chat going to see the Marvels. We didn't have plans before the movie dropped, before the movie was finished filming. I had no desire to go see it. So how I force people to hate it. And even in my videos, I didn't tell people to hate it. I didn't tell them to hate it. I was probably not going to be a successful movie. That's going to make you hate it because I called that shit on the head and it wasn't successful? Y'all just suck. That's all that is. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Marvel just suck at making movies now. Good movie fatigue. Quality film fatigue. That's what they got. I'm surprised that more war movies haven't been made since the Navy ships are dodging missiles over the Red Sea. Indeed. They are, but I mean, right now, I can't pull. I'll do it in a second here. I'll be down for a Midnight Sisters series. Midnight Angels, Jay? You talking about Midnight Angels? Cloak and Dagger, Heroes for Hire, Daughters of the Dragon, Punisher, Night Thrasher, pause. There we go. Night Thrasher is a dope stripper named Pause. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the pauses. Yeah, that is a good stripper name. Marvel's problem is they are pandering to the wrong group of fans. Ding, 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 ding. Exactamundo. The very wrong group of fans. And they are burning and sinking and are either too stupid or too prideful to realize it. Controversial opinion. The Chitauri being lame might not make the Avengers age well. Yeah, because I could have thought of a crap ton of armies of aliens that you could have picked for the Avengers to fight. But, they dipping from everywhere. Like, would the Avengers have been a good movie if they had drawn more closely from the source material? If you had a Hank Pym and a Janet Van Dyne, would that Avengers movie have been better? If you had them fighting alien races or I would have been cool with the original Avengers getting Captain America and then facing off against the Lava Men. The Lava Men made their first appearance in Avengers issue number 5. If you drew from them first 5 issues for source material, maybe that would have been a good time to debut Namor, or whatever the hell y'all decided to call it. Maybe that would have been a better time to debut him. A Namor and Hulk fight? That would have been spectacular. And then they team up later to fight the Avengers. Then they fight the Lava Men after they fought Captain America out. Come on, man. That would have been a fan-freaking-tastic movie. But missed opportunities. Was seeing the Marvels left out of the faux Twitter feminist memo at the last meeting. I like that. Caballo's on his shit. Younger Avengers has a small fan base, but New Warriors are superior. Yeah, New Warriors got a way. I feel like New Warriors got a way deeper fan base than Young Avengers. But I bet you'll see Young Avengers again. You'll see Young Avengers before you see New Warriors on screen, because Marvel Studios are some D heads and don't know when some good stuff is looking them right down their throat. Hell, I'll take Power Pack over Young Avengers. Why are you playing? Young Allies are greater than Young Avengers. They are. Shi'ar. For me, the Shi'ar are indelibly linked to the X-Men. So if I want to see the Shi'ar in anything, I want to see them with the X-Men. But that's just me though. Same thing with the Brood, the Badoon. That might have been good. Kree, Skrulls. If I introduced the Kree and the Skrulls in a cinematic universe, I would probably do the Kree-Skrull storyline. I would introduce the Kree and the Skrulls first, then I would introduce the fact that they've been at war for eons, and then boom, there you go. And you could even mix some Galactic Storm vibes in there if you felt like the Rick Jones angle ain't enough. How come Rick Jones hasn't been introduced in the MCU? How come we have not seen Rick Jones? I thought you'd like that. Comic Big Hero 6 is greater than Comic Hero Big 6 is greater than the Young Avengers. Shi'ar and Captain Marvel would have led to the X-Men. Yeah, but I ain't trying to do nothing MCU. My stuff would be 150,000% different than the trash they put out on the screen. It was the Badoon that killed Peter Quill's mother, not Ego. True. Because Peter Quill's mama ain't had no relations with Ego. Don't get me started on Rick Jones. Bruh, you brought the Hulk in 2 different times and left Rick Jones out of it. Where would we put him? How would he fit? He could be like what he was. He reminds Cap of Bucky, so he gets to hang out with the Avengers. And he feels sorry for the Hulk, since it's kind of his fault that Bruce Banner became the Hulk. The shit writes itself. You don't even have to write it. It's there. But they purposely skip things like this. Yep, and Spaceway Ricky would have led right to Marvel. The real Marvel. But they doing what they do, ain't they? They doing what they do. What you say, Gray? Too busy pandering to diversity groups when they should be presenting representation to audiences instead. Very well said, sir. Very well said. People don't know that originally the Kree were the bad guys in their war against the Skrulls. Well, Mr. Smith, it was explained to me a long time ago in the pages of Fantastic Four and reiterated in the pages of Avengers, courtesy of the origin of the Vision and Mantis. See, I do my reading. I do my reading, OG. I do my reading. Because no comic book fans see no value in him if they even know about him, i.e. any executive from the MCU. You talking about Rick Jones? Probably not. And Rick Jones was a singer for a little while. Rick Jones had a following. You could make Rick Jones a Justin Bieber type. See, they ain't trying. They ain't trying, y'all. They ain't trying. They ain't trying at all. Why did Hank Pym have to be so old? Why did Janet Van Dyne? We ain't gonna talk about Janet. Rick Jones was in 2003 Hulk doing what? I got a question that will wait till the Q&A that has something to do with this topic of films. Okay. Not Hillary Clinton, Marvel. That's what I... Who? Rick Jones? Who? Rick Jones? Rick Jones! Who? Rick Jones! My number's 1-213-707-199999. I love it. Y'all supposed with it. Y'all supposed with it. Yep. I think we done beat this topic up fairly well. Don't y'all? Yep. I'm ready to go to something else. I know I don't have the right picture, so for you sticklers for details, just bear with it, bro. What did I? Oh, I don't have one. Oh, shame on me. Anyway, that's an easy fix. How? Give me a second. I don't have it. Anyway, let's do this then. I have a question. And hopefully somebody can answer this question for me. What is that on T'Challa's neck and shoulders? Is that a cape? Is that a scarf? Is that a shemagh? What is it exactly? And what is its purpose? Does it serve to make him look less like the Black Panther? It's a very, in my opinion, unnecessary component to his costume. Or his habit, whichever one you want to refer to it as. What is it? The tannish wrap around his neck. What is that? What is it? What is it? I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Before I go to the subject of Black Panther #7, talk to me, people. What in the hell is that around T'Challa's neck? I just want to know. I'm not dissing. I'm not clowning. I'm just saying. I don't know what it is. Because different artists draw it different ways. Like there in the picture that you're looking at, I would say it kind of looks like a scarf shemagh, but it doesn't serve the purpose of a shemagh like a shemagh does, to keep out dust and dirt and things like that. But help your man's out. What is that? Yeah, and we on the way to this, by the way. We on the way to this. So y'all sit tight. We on the way to that. Right there, body people in the building. We on our way to that. Okay, so fuck is it? What is it? I know y'all got some thoughts. Diabolical, what's up? He said he couldn't tell me. Grand Madam says a scarf to keep his neck warm. Okay. Need to know. That's why I'm asking. What is it? A distraction? It's currently got me distracted, Mr. Smith, because I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What is it? Missed that Kirby cake. Here's Kamayo with the answer. It's a shuka. Did you Google that, or are you just a smart fella? Maasai warriors wear them for the purpose of. I need to be enlightened. What's the purpose of it? Is it something that says I am a warrior, or you know what I'm saying? What is its purpose? Is it decorative, or is it actually functional? Like I don't know who it was. I was talking to somebody and they were saying, I wish that it had vibranium weave in it so that it could, actually serve a function. What was the function? What is the secret of the shuka? What purpose does it serve? They got to be careful with these overly complicated costumes. I remember a few artists struggling with Jack of Hearts original uni and War Machine's warwear. Well, I can see with Jack of Hearts, his costume was just chromatically busy. Who wants to be a superhero who looks like a damn playing card? War Machine, I can see that. Yeah, I agree, D. I don't think they ever got his costume right. Even the one after he joined the Avengers and blew up. Ain't that what happened to him? Somebody blew him up and disassembled. Something happened. He overloaded or blew up or some shit. He was never a very engaging character. And he made his debut in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, of all comics. He said, yep. Boom! I thought that was just so unnecessary, yet necessary. Speaking of necessary, I'm going to give you a brief overview of this comic because I don't want to give everything away. If you already own this comic, cool. You already know what's going on. If you don't, I'm just going to mention 3 things. One of them may be a spoiler, but I think it's already out there on the airways. I think I've seen a few people that are doing their Black Panther videos because they want to, I'm out here first doing a Black Panther video, and want to be like that. But I gotta read the book a couple of times and then internalize what's going on in the book. Three things are happening that I think if you have not read this book yet, you are really, 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 really going to like. Number one, first and foremost, T'Challa continues to kick mucho ass. Number two, Basa's back. If you care. You know what I'm saying? Basa, him and Basa are working together, and I could say something, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut so it can be a whole nother video when it does happen. And I can show you better than I can tell you. Don't reveal it, D. Don't reveal it. I got to, homie. I got to. Matter of fact, I just show you this. Whew. Oh, he okay. I believe T'Challa is gonna have his first real challenge, because not only is she cute, she's a genius and way stronger than him. So yeah, I'm thoroughly excited about number 8. But number 7, oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna just let y'all pick it up. Was those 3 things enough to whet your appetite and be like, I got to go out and get that Joker right now? But yeah, that's Black Panther number 7. Yeah, he is smacking folks all over the place in that book. It's also why T'Challa has other accoutrements such as the spear, although the shield isn't shaped like the bullhide shields typically used. Zulu use similar shields, but with the shorter Ikwala. Ikwala? Assegai? Either or, whichever one you like. All right. Yeah, Monet. Monet is coming. Now, if you was gonna link T'Challa and Monet up, would y'all have an objection to T'Challa and Monet St. Croix linking up? I wouldn't. I mean, she's an adult. I wouldn't have an issue with him and Monet being a thing. You know, unless Storm got something to say about that. She probably don't. She probably is. You know what I'm saying? Because she got the smarts. She got the smarts to go with all the muscle and the power set. So I'm really curious to see how T'Challa deals with it. Because she's a whole problem for anybody. Your kind of girl, Grandma. I'll get this issue tomorrow in my hood. Comic store near my job. My people land ain't got bags and backing boards. Shame on them. That's just a trash ass LCS, Paul. I say something to them. I would. Where y'all bags and boards? You ain't even got Mylar? Yeah, I be telling them what's up. Y'all better look out. You messing with a heavyweight. Messing with a Clydesdale. Moyo said Mo'Challa. I like that. Mo'Challa. I like that. Mo'Challa. D, you die hard Storm, or you a die hard Monica Lynch? I seen them kissing over in Uncanny Avengers. She kind of flirted with him. She was being like real flirtatious with him. And I think she felt him up or something. In one of those, I think she felt him up. I was like, he's like, ooh, what? Did you just touch on me? Yeah. So, nah, forget Quicksilver. He's toxic. Quicksilver's toxic. I picked up an X-Men comic in about 20 years. Is Monet down with them? She is down with the Uncanny X-Men. That's kind of an Avengers X-Men hybrid. They did have a comic back in the, I want to say 2000s. And Red Skull took Xavier's brain, and there's a lot of stuff going on in that storyline. And it led right into Axis, which I didn't really care for. Okay. Quicksilver don't count. They drop Brad when one of us jumps in the mix. Oh, okay. He's called Quicksilver for a reason. Oh my goodness. Y'all are in rare form tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wanda's flirting with Jericho Drum too. The Maximoff's into chocolate all of a sudden. It looks that way, Miss Keita. It looks like they, yeah, but it's a real, if you can break up Storm and T'Challa, breaking up Quicksilver and whoever else he with, an easy thing. Jericho Drum too. I don't really see anything to look at Quicksilver's track record in the comics as far as who he done linked up with. In Ultimate Universe 1610, she linked up with her brother. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch linked up. So that don't count. Let's see. There's Crystal. And didn't they cheat on each other? I think so. Well, no, Crystal cheated on him with an insurance salesman of all things. Yeah. But they should be together. They got a child. Why don't you get back with your baby mama, Petro? and stop trying to get into the swirl. Because you don't have the personality for a sister. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed over there in Uncanny Avengers, Monet is like, she like bulldogging him too. Like, I'm the alpha in this relationship. So, yeah. Yes, they have a daughter. Wanda finna get black. Never mind. Were you going to say black bolted? Black bald? Oh my goodness, you people. Stop. Didn't T'Challa already whip his daddy behind him wanting to get with Storm? We'll someday we'll be together. Yeah. Say it. No. Monet plays Missy's 1 minute man when she starts dropping hints. Wow, gotta be that guy. Crystal being married to Ronan the Accuser was interesting. Yeah, and I feel like that was just something they did for that storyline. You know what I mean? That was Annihilation, right? Or was it before then? where Vulcan was acting a fool and everybody had to fight Vulcan, and War of Kings. Was that it? War of Kings, I think it was. Black Magic. That is a little more appropriate since Wanda does magic. Wanda told Jericho to show me that voodoo that you do. I think we were actually expecting that. Yeah, I thought War Kings. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Monica Rambeau, what? With Jericho drum for a hot minute, right? Before Blue Marble. I thought that was just something that happened in her little limited series when Beyonder, there was whatever was going on in that Photon series. No, we gotta move. We're at 56 minutes. Good Lord. Okay. Ronan. I like that. Who? I don't know who that broad is. I ain't never watched nothing she was in. That chick right there? She got the look. She got the look. She got the look. I didn't watch Vampire Diaries. I have not watched a single freaking episode of Vampire Diaries, if that's what she's popular on. After Adam, Eve Ewing doesn't like Monica with Adam because of the reasons that we're here. Yeah. That was her Wikipedia picture that I was looking at. No, never watched it. I like Nicole Bahari for Monet, but to me, Monet seems like she should be somebody tall. That's the energy I get from Monet, because Monet ain't looking up to nobody. And if she is, she's punching them in their face. So yeah. She probably thinks it's creepy that Adam older than chronologically, it is what it is. Mercedes Vernado. Let's see what she looked like. Oh, it's Sasha Banks. Okay. Yeah, I can see Sasha Banks 5'5", dog. And she team light skin like a mug too. Okay. Yeah. Did you see that as a Monet? Did y'all see that as a Monet? 5'5" though, y'all. 5'5". I don't know. Olivia Swan. I could see her. Paul Martin, they don't have a problem with Wolverine or Captain America with anyone. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. Ella Balinska. See, I'm naming all these. See, I don't get time to look at women like that. You know what? She could be Monet simply because she's a Libra. Now, she looks more like Monet to me. She was in that Resident Evil joint. That's a chick from the Resident Evil series. Bianca Belair. I'd lean more towards Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is more of a Monet than Sasha Banks is. And how tall is Bianca Belair? I just showed you a picture of Monet St. Croix. You want to see it again? Here you go, Paul. You ain't got to Google nothing. I got you right here. Right here. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all the picture at the end of the book. That is Monet. That's Monet. So yeah, I could see like somebody like light skinned, mixed, as they say in London, a mixed cost child, like that, leaning more towards the teen light skin side. Ooh, see? I can work with Bianca Belair. Most definitely. She got the look too. Ella Balinska's 5'11". Real tall. Everybody looking down on her. She should debut in something Generation X related, but I doubt the studios know what that is. Or care, D. Stop watching The Expanse. I need to get back on it. I done forgot all about The Expanse. And here comes Grand Madam, caping for Olivia Swan, who is 5'10", right in the middle. I would take Olivia Swan, Ella Balinska, or Bianca Belair. Ella Balinska is probably the better actor. Yeah, but is what it is. Seems like a shortage of black female superheroes in general. Perfect segue into the next topic. Question, y'all. How many black superheroes can you name? How many? Maybe for the win. Maybe. But I've already segued. So, okay. That there is a picture of black superheroes. How many black superheroes you count on that page? How many black superheroes? How many black superheroes you see? A lot of them, right? That's a lot of black superheroes. There's a lot of black superpower characters. A lot of black characters in general. Okay? Would you say Well, and I like that you brought that up, Grand Madam. If across all social media, we're talking, well, okay, not social media, but across all comic book companies, we got 750. Is that enough, or do we need more? Because I can count 750 superheroes just in Marvel. I can count 750 superheroes just in DC and not count a black character once. So again, I say, is 750 enough? Or is it we don't get to see the 750 we have enough? Here's the question. Of the characters pictured, how many have solo projects? Let me be more specific. Current solo projects. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we don't get enough of us, I feel like, or we don't get enough quality us. You know what I mean? Just now seeing you, Django. Hey. Or Night, you leaving? Okay. Peace. Photon, Storm, Misty, Rocket, Bumblebee, Nubia, Shard. You go, girl. Monet, Tempo. We need more. Image Comics men had black superheroes. Right. We need more and highlight the ones we have. Bam! That's where I'm at. I'm where Grand Madam's at. What good does it do to have 750 black superheroes floating around and I only get to see 10 of them at any given time? 20 of them at any given time. Nobody wants to tell their story. Or more accurately, no one is allowed to tell their stories. That is the main reason why T'Challa does not have a proper rogues gallery. Not like Spider-Man, not like Batman, not like Superman. You see what I'm saying? A hero's villains make him. Arguably, Dr. Doom is the Fantastic Four's primary villain, but he's branched out and eclipsed his Fantastic Four status, and Dr. Doom is just the villain. That's a testament to how saturated the Fantastic Four was into our being. Shoot, what? 6 years after their inception, they already had a cartoon. They got a cartoon before Spider-Man did. And so they had a Rose Gallery, a plethora of villains to face. You know, Diablo, Dr. Doom, the Frightful Four, the Mad Thinker. I mean, Rose. You know what I'm saying? They had a rogues gallery. So even if the Fantastic Four was garbage, they had a rich and well-written out Blastar Annihilus. Man, the Hulk, they had a rogues gallery. They won't do that for T'Challa. And you know why? Because T'Challa will become the household he need to be. You don't want to do that with a black character. Corny as it was, man, Luke Cage had a rogues gallery. Luke Cage had a few villains that popped up every now, Stiletto and Discus, the Spear, the Constrictor, Steeplejack, Senor Muerte, Gold Bug, God, man, Thunderbolt. He had, and Thunderbolt wasn't even really a villain, but he had villains, man. They just, what was happening with Luke? We wasn't buying Luke Cage. I know I was buying Luke Cage. I still got my old Luke Cage comic books from when it was still called Luke Cage Power Man. You see what I'm saying? He had a rogues gallery, but we won't do that. Even when you give us a rogues gallery, you won't give us the ample time to display it. Oh, Luke just got unpopular. I didn't stop buying Luke Cage Power Man. Even after issue 49, when it turned into Power Man and Iron Fist in issue 50, I still rocked with it. Arguably, I think the teaming up with Iron Fist made it better. You know what I'm saying? But my point being, just like Grand Madam said here, what good does it do to have thousands and thousands of black superheroes out here, but we don't ever give them no airplay? We need more stories. Yeah, we do need more stories, but it ain't going to do no good if we don't see enough of them. Yes, Mr. Martin. Yes. Need more Al Ewing Mighty Avengers squads. We need a Mighty Avengers, or maybe not even Mighty Avengers. Let's just make a permanent squad and build them up and tell their story. Take since 7 always seems to be the magic number for a group of superheroes, take 7 of the dopest black superheroes, put them together on a team, a la Justice League, and rock from there. Beautiful opportunity to create more villains of color. But if they only fight white villains all the time, that looks certain kind of way, doesn't it? One of the oddest black superheroes was from the Wild Cards anthology series. His name is Fortunato, black Asian pimp with psionic powers via tantric sex. Well, I do collect a comic book called Money Shot. And yes, it is precisely about what it sounds like it's about. Yeah, they go on cosmic adventures and have sex with aliens and each other. At its height, the Punisher had 3 or more books out. Luke Cage, Falcon, Misty, Monica, and T'Challa, not so much. But that's all about the change in February, Greg, with the premiere of yeah, you already know. I ain't got to go all crazy with it. You already know, right? That we getting that right there. And so you will have Ultimate Black Panther and Black Panther out at the same time. Yay! So there you go. Not to make history, and ain't nobody even paying attention to it. Or comic book history, because that's the first time ever. Fear of a Black Panther. Okay. New Warriors got 3 black members, Dwayne, Rage, and Silhouette. There you go. World of Black Superheroes. Might be more than 750. Marvel barely gives white characters good roles, except Spidey, X-Men, and FF. I think the Avengers have a great rogues gallery. But you're right. Yeah, they don't take a lot of time to develop rogues galleries at all. And that might be the problem. Shades and Comanche. Yes. Popular Luke Cage foil. Fireman and Iron Fist combine the streets with the martial arts side of Marvel. That is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it would be, oh, this is 1979. The blaxploitation era is over, and the martial arts movie era is over. Hey, you know what? Instead of trashing these 2 characters, let's put them together in a book and see what happens. So we're going to cancel both their books, put them together in a book, and boom, both characters managed to survive. That what happened. Wasn't Night Thrasher the first black team leader in Marvel? No. He was not the first black team leader in Marvel Comics. That guy was. And I keep telling people that's a little known fact. Me and Herschel from Black Comic Lords was going back and forth about that because I was not aware of it, and it barely gets mentioned. I think in Avengers number 69 or 70, something like that. So, around that time when Black Panther first joined, which I didn't understand at all. Black Panther ain't even been a member of the Avengers for 15 issues. Now you the team leader over Hawkeye? But Hawkeye was too much of a hothead back then. Over Vision, he a crazy robot. Every now and then he get took over by Ultron. We don't trust him. Women? Nah, it was the 60s. Ain't no women finna be the leader of Avengers. The black guy? Let's put him in charge for a few issues. But here's the thing. Even when T'Challa was the chairman of the Avengers, there was other people calling signals and calling things out. You got Thor there. You got Iron Man there. You got Cap there. So with the big 3 there, you don't even look like you in charge. But yes, T'Challa was the first that I know of. Unless you know of somebody further back that was in charge of a superhero team and was black. I can't think of them. And the Justice League didn't have none. No, that is incorrect too. No, he was not the first black male leader. T'Challa was the first black male leader. Look it up. He had a chairmanship in the Avengers in the late 60s. So, and that ran for like, if you'd have blinked, you'd have missed the shit. It ran for like 5 issues. Oh, see, the black guy's in charge. We're all inclusive. And then bam, somebody else became chairman right after that. Matter of fact, I think T'Challa left and went back to Wakanda for a little while. So, yeah, that's how you get rid of a black male leader. Yes, Monica led the Avengers, and Luke Cage led the Mighty Avengers. Yes, he was the founder, and yes. You are right there. He was the founder. Yeah, T'Challa's a king. Of course he's led people. He's a leader. Yes, Monica led the Avengers too. We are well aware of Monica leading the My point about this is this. Somebody said it in the comments. We don't need more black superheroes. I mean, it's cool if we have more black superheroes. We don't need more. We just need to give the ones that are out here right now the airplay they deserve, the attention that they deserve. That's what needs to happen. And that's why it boggles my mind when I go to my LCS and I look at all of these titles on the independent side, on the DC and Marvel side. No inclusion like that. You know what I'm saying? I have to search. You know what I'm saying? I'm the reason, most likely, that my LCS has Philadelphia. Nobody asks. Nobody cares. I'm the reason my LCS has Exile. I'm the reason my LCS has the Ant. I'm the reason my LCS got Spawn. Well, not Spawn. Spawn's a big seller, but you understand what I'm saying. The titles, they got black folks in it. They got black characters in it. They don't be up on that. You know what I mean? I have to order. You know what I mean? I got to order the Haiti. I got to order the Little Rock Files. I got to order this stuff. They don't have it in their store. You know? So that's another reason. I mean, you go somewhere like Atlanta, you go somewhere like Chicago, you go somewhere like Oakland, where they got 100% black comic book shops. Yeah, you in heaven. You in Nirvana. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. Then Anchorage, Alaska, they don't even have indigenous character comic books hardly. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got a side for independence, but it's like they need to show their independence more love because Marvel and DC ain't doing it. Oh, Grand Madam, no problem. Local comic shop. That's what LCS stands for. Local comic shop, local comic store. I don't need brand new characters like Riri Williams getting on screen when OGs are collecting dust. D, you preaching to the choir, bruh. You preaching to the choir. And I just said earlier, how the hell Echo getting a series before Silver Sable, before Black Cat? Being on screen before Silver Sable or Black Cat. Because I feel like the level of popularity between Echo, Silver Sable, could go either way. I guess, Echo's indigenous. Silver Sable's a white European lady. They're going to complain if we make another show about a white European lady. Not if you do it respectfully. I don't get it. Sometimes I don't get it. I don't get it. And is it writers or characters that make or break a story? The writer's writing the story, right? That's what a lot of people need to learn how to do. That's what a lot of folks need to learn how to do. They need to learn how to write a comic. Do they understand that a comic book story has a beginning, a middle, and an end? a comic book story does not necessarily have to be the hero's journey. If that hero done had that journey, take them somewhere else, damn it. You know what I'm saying? We don't every 4-5 years, we don't need to retcon a comic. How long did Marvel go before they decided? No, take that back. How long did DC go before they decided to retcon their whole entire company? DC Comics became DC Comics in the 1930s, 30 to 8, 50 years. 50 years this comic book company was in business before they finally decided to say, our company is too convoluted with shit. We need to change it up. We need to go back to the beginning and start from scratch and let a new generation jump on board. That's cool, but how many times can you tell the same story? Or how many times do you need to tell the same story? I do not need to hear the origin of Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, or Captain America ever freaking again. Their origin stories are burned into our collective. I do not need to see that again. If you retconning the entire universe, okay. But retelling Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Captain America stories, that don't need to happen. There is plenty of stuff out there that you can jump on and tell a story about. You do not have to tell how this man came from Krypton again. You do not have to tell about this boy getting bit by a spider. You do not have to tell about this angsty little boy that went around the world learning martial arts and detective work and shit. We don't need to hear it no more. Tell me a story about these characters that hasn't been told. You are a writer. Give me your creative thought. Give me your creative ideas. Give me your spin on the character without messing up what the people before you did. Ooh, there's a trick for some writers. Build onto what's there. Don't rip it all down. I mean, if it calls for it, then yeah. But don't make ripping it down and starting from scratch your go-to all the time. How y'all feeling? Seems like DC preceded Marvel with upper tier black power wielders John Stewart, Black Racer, Viking, to name a few. Either Storm or Rhodey as Iron Man were Marvel's first black heavy hitters. We don't consider Luke Cage a heavy hitter? Or are we talking about him? Oh, we talking about him power. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Misty Knight is a no-brainer. The MCFU has none. Writers and their editorial board will determine the quality of a comic. Right. So it's not the characters, Grand Madam, is what I'm getting at. People always, this character is this, that's it. There are trash characters. There are poorly made characters. Tyrock. But, I mean, by and large, you get a good writer. They can make a trash character beautiful. Too many of today's new writers are self-inserting into pre-established character stories. Well, yeah, I mean, they want to make their mark, but it isn't about being the person who made Superman immune to kryptonite. You have to be that guy. Just tell a good story. We got to have all, I mean, it's okay every now and then to introduce something, but don't change it so you can say, for no other reason. I was the guy that gave Superman instant transmission because Goku has it. So Superman should have it too. Goku shouldn't have anything that makes him better than Superman because Superman is super. Yeah. Funny, I have seen a bunch of fans clamoring for a Jimmy Woo, Darcy Lewis Disney Plus series. I can't. If you can't make Jimmy Woo a serious character, I don't want to see him. I don't like Jimmy Woo in the MCU because I used to read Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jimmy Woo should not be that Park guy who's known for humor. Just shouldn't, not in my opinion. That first 6 to 12 issue comic book should nail down the character and their origin. After that, branch them out to a wider story with them on their journey. Works for me, Gray. Works for me, bro. And Paul Martin shaking my head. Comic Jimmy Woo is a badass. Yes, he is. MCU Jimmy serves coffee and does card tricks. Yeah, I can't. I like that actor, but I don't like him as Jimmy Woo. I'll never forget how Ted Kord's best story was his last story. I like Ted Kord. In my head, that persona is to get folks to underestimate him. Yeah, but where's the badassery? I can underestimate you, but then show me what you can do after I underestimate you. Didn't see that with that Jimmy Woo. You personally can't stand Darcy. I like Darcy in doses. I think that's a good way. Yeah. And in the right situation. Don't just shoehorn Darcy into some shit just because you want to hear that manic, neurotic, irritating voice. Yeah, I can only stand so much of Miss Darcy before I'm like, go take your ass back to Two Broke Girls. I'm tired of hearing it. That is good. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. MCU Woo is a goof. Yep. There is a lady in here. Y'all just going nuts. That's a collective hand slap. They done fuck Wong all up. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to put that out there so that y'all know that whatever goes on moving forward, the character of Wong has been screwed up royally. How enough? Is he the Sorcerer Supreme? Oh, he got it on a technicality. No. You need to take that shit off and give it to Steven because you ain't that cat. I was busy trying to ship Mochala on X. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Most days. My idea Howard the Duck as part of Jimmy and Darcy's team. Oh, God. Please. 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 Long story short, crappy writing creates crappy characters, crappy storylines. So we need better writing. I agree. We don't, yeah, they need to know how to write a story. Hire me. I'll write you a bomb ass story. But, you know, that's just me talking. Hey, tell them real quick. That's my legalese. Let y'all know if you haven't already. Boom, bam, bomb. As we segue into our final topic of the night, Q&A. I'll hold off. I think I'm going to hold off on that MCU, DCEU report card. We already know they got big old F's, but I want to do more research on that one. So we're going to hold off on that one tonight and go straight to Q&A. So without further ado, what y'all got for me? What is on the Q&A plate tonight? Magnificent. I hope Grand Madam does not know what a pog is. Is that your question, Kamayo Kid? Is that your question? The Ridley Run, yeah, I said it. The Ridley Run versus the Ewing Run. A snake versus a honey badger. A hyena versus an elephant. A squid versus a shrimp. Need I say more? Say, are you checking out American Fiction? No. Should I? I got a lot of stuff I'm watching now. I can add American Fiction if it's good. If you think it's good, I tell you what, I will give it my 30-minute test tonight. And if I can stand it for 30 minutes, I can stand it for however long it is. If you could start a cinematic universe, which would you go with? You already know. If I could start a cinematic universe, it will be based on the action characters of Hanna-Barbera. I think we've already had that conversation. Definitely. I would kick it off with Space Ghost, and then that would segue into Herculoids and Birdman. And if I could find a plausible way to do it, Mytor. And even Johnny Quest. I mean, I know DC did Future Quest, and that was the exact premise, but I would probably put it together in a more plausible way, without introducing dimension travel or multiversal travel. If all of these people could somehow be situated in the same place in the same time period, we do it like that, because I think we've had enough of dimensional and multiversal and all of that crap. Would you mortgage the Chiefs' future to move into the top 10 in the upcoming draft for a hell yeah? Hell yes. Yes, whatever else, man. Y'all can we can get rid of Juwan Taylor, we can get rid of Kadarius Toney, we can get rid of Sky Moore. Y'all can take McCole Hardman's ass somewhere and shove him up yours. Get rid of them. That right there should free up something to give to an upcoming draft pick for a wide receiver, and it's a bunch of them out there. We always taking somebody's cast off, some washed up receiver from Cleveland, some washed up receiver from Green Bay, some washed up receiver from the Patriots. Stop getting these washed out mofos. Get you somebody fresh, new, spanking new. At least Rashee Rice is doing something. Get somebody to take the pressure off Rashee Rice and watch what they do. See, you done got me started, Paul. I ain't got the heart to tell you because I'm a gentleman, but I'm sure D. Steezel or Kamayo Kid would love to know, would be more than happy to tell you what a pog is. There it is, right there, Grand Madam. Right there. I have it on the screen, Grand Madam. Right there. Just look. See, I wasn't trying to go there, Grand Madam, because Muggs, you know what I'm saying? People look at me and be like, I'm back there. He's on my side today. Now you know, Gray. Salute. Because it ain't superhero fatigue, like I said. It's fatigue with that shit y'all doing right now. You put some stuff on the screen somebody wants to see, I guarantee you this so-called superhero fatigue will go away like a common cold. Hell no, Karen. Keep your bland ass potato salad to yourself. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Can we get back? Can we get back to the question and answers? Since we have thoroughly explained what a pog is. Jay Diddley Squat was the first writing a full-on trash BP run. There's others just like him on other books. But you know, arguably, a lot of people say Jack Kirby's 77 run on Black Panther was not that great, D. I have the run. It got better around like issue 10 or 11, but I think the era of Jack Kirby-esque drawing was the 70s. And not a lot of people want to see his or wanted to see his style of writing or drawing, excuse me, in 1977. And I think that's what happened with that. I'll like to see a live-action universe based on Flash Gordon, Phantom Mandrake, and ultimately farming the Defenders of the Earth film franchise. As long as they have Lothar there, Edward, I'm fine with it. As long as he ain't Mandrake's manservant. And as long as we get to see some strongest man in the world type shit. So put some respect on Lothar's name with that. That's all I want to see. Y'all, as long as y'all put some respect on Lothar's name, you can do whatever else you want to do with everybody else. Yeah, I mean, because he was on some runs in the 70s, D, but um, well, I think the last thing I really rock with heavy with Kirby was the Black Panther run and Captain America Falcon run, where they had the Mad Bomb storyline, where it was these elitists who was getting ready to set off this bomb that was going to make everybody in America crazy. And then after they killed each other, they come in and that's crazy. Thundercats and Silverhawk universes for me. Okay, great. Would you combine the universes or would you have two separate universes? Because everything that Monstar is, he owes to Mumra. Tell me I'm wrong. Because he's literally an outer space Mumra, ain't he? I know they're two separate. You said you have two separate. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That will work a lot better. Two separate universes versus combining them. You know what I would love to see too? A lot of people say they want to see like Silverhawks and Thundercats together. I would love to see either Silverhawks and G-Force or Thundercats and G-Force. That'd be worth watching. Yeah. According to the lore, Lothar is a prince of more than one nation. I'm sorry, I got to put my music for a second. Y'all got any more quests? Got any more quests? Got any more preguntas? Por favor. I will answer them for you if you got them. Or try to. Anybody? Nobody? Somebody? All righty. Yeah. I have to make sure to make that that MCU and DCEU report card. Something to rock with. Huh. It wouldn't be difficult, even if they were, but it's just the question of the amazing similarity between the two villains that I think would probably be a prop. Scaling. Wherever you get a chance, look at the size difference between Jaegers and Kaiju and Godzilla. Well, there's supposed to be a size difference. It doesn't look like there's a size difference when you look at the movies. You know, they all seem to be about building height, you know, but I read somewhere where Jaegers are supposed to be over 1,000 feet tall. So that's a lot taller than Godzilla. But to answer your question, I think Pacific Rim and Godzilla, if you scale them and, you know, make everything do what it's supposed to do, yes, that's an amazing idea. Get ready to see some Jaegers get up. How about John Boyega's character from Attack the Block as a Kingsman? Could you see? Yes, I could see that working. Absolutely. If Eggsy can be a damn Kingsman, so can that character. They got the same case. Yeah. They are literally the same, in essence, the same character. A live action Brave star. If we're going back to that era and you want to see something live action, I think Jace and the Wheeled Warriors would make for an interesting live action movie. Remember Jace and the Wheeled Warriors? I think that'd be a lot better than a Marshall Brave star, a live action. Speed of the Puma, Strength of the Bear. Yeah, I used to rock with Brave Star. I did like Brave Star though. Edward. I liked the Brave Star. It was cool. And perfect opportunity to give an indigenous person a lead role. So yeah, let's rock with that. Gray, can you tell me what the acronym MASK stands for without Googling it? Oh, God, yes. Galaxy Rangers would make for an amazing live action movie. Yeah, Goose was my dude. Goose was everybody's dude, wasn't he? Goose, yeah. Goose was that cat. Who's my cast for a Thundercats live action movie? Wow. I would go with somebody relatively young for everybody except Panther. I'd make somebody big and husky, buff, large, like, I don't know, like a Terry Crews looking brother to be Panther. And he would have to have some nunchuck training because he'd have to be able to do it. Hell no! Oh man. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me. Shit. All right, well, I'll Google it for us. I know it's mobile assault. Oh, I'm sorry. Mobile Armored Strike Command is what it stands for. Mobile Armored Strike Command. And I know the guy's name was Matt Tracker. That was the main cat. And what was the dude's name? Major Mayhem was the bad guy. And his helicopter would turn into like a jet fighter. Yeah, MASH was cool, but it seemed like MASH focuses more around the vehicles than the people in them. So besides Matt Tracker and Major Mayhem, I can't name nobody else from MASH. That's a good question. That is a very good question. And I was just singing the reason. I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Big. I'm gonna have to go with Ron because he's still doing it. I mean, Philip Bailey is too, but Ron's still doing it. So yeah, Mr. Biggs all day. I done blended a lot. Yeah, I think I already said it. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Christopher Judge would make a great Panther. That would make a great movie. By the way, you can still watch that on I think it's Freevee on Amazon. They still have Cops. I was watching it the other night. Yeah, that would be a dope ass show if they got serious with it. What was it? Big City? Bulletproof? Yeah. Long Arm. They names alone was cold enough. They names was what was it? Mutt. Big Boss. Misdemeanor. That's the coolest name. Misdemeanor. Yep. Yeah, I remember Cops. That was his name. VP Vest. Their names were all obvious, you know what I'm saying? Bulletproof, long arm of the law. He had his shit stretched out. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it tonight. I'm gonna go watch Cops tonight. Yeah, I was feeling that. Look here, y'all. We pulling up on that 2-hour mark. I love that y'all rock this long with me. And I'm so glad we had this time together. Yeah, so I'm about to break it off, y'all. Thank y'all, everybody who came in here tonight, dropped some stuff, talked to me, put some jewels in the conversation. Thank y'all. D Diesel, Kamoyo Kid, my bulldog that keeps everything smooth, and we got a nice smooth show up in here, so he doing his job. Thank you for introducing the term POG to the people who didn't know. Now we know. But Mr. Martin, D Diesel, Kamoyo, my man Theo, Jay, Gray, Keita, and everybody else that dropped in, said something, said hello, hey, hi, how you doing? I appreciate all of y'all. So now is the time when I turn the music off and say peace.